Today I'm so excited to share with you some of the best kids reading apps for struggling readers. I'm going to show you 10 reading apps for kids that I think are the best out there, especially if your child is struggling with reading. I'm really excited about these reading programs, so let's get started. First on our list of kids reading apps for struggling readers is an app called Readability Tutor. What makes this app interesting is that it makes kids read out loud and provides real-time feedback through an interactive AI tutor. In addition to helping kids improve their reading, this app also helps with reading comprehension and vocabulary. The app can be used by kids from 3 years old all the way to age 10 and older. It really just depends on how much they are struggling with reading. There are 3 levels to the Readability Tutor app based on how well your child is reading. For pre-readers, you'll choose Storytime mode where the app will read to your child. For beginning readers, the app will have them read word by word. And for more advanced readers, they'll read full sentences at a time. You can also set a daily reading goal and custom reading schedule. When your child opens the app, they can either read the suggested story or choose something from the library. Then they'll read the story out loud and get help from the AI tutor as they go. They also provide some helpful analytics for parents so you can see your child's progress. You can get a 30-day free trial of Readability Tutor if you go to their website, and I have left the link for you in the video description where you can go to do that. After your free trial is up, you'll pay $19.99 a month for up to 3 students. If you're interested in seeing the Readability Tutor app more in depth, I do have a full review video on my channel that you can check out. Next on our list is an online reading program that I haven't reviewed on my channel before called Reading Horizons. This reading program has 2 levels based on age and reading level: Reading Horizons Discovery and Reading Horizons Elevate. You can try out either program for 30 days for $10. I tested out the Discovery level for this video. Now, I just want to warn you, this is one of those programs that was designed with teachers in mind, so the parent dashboard is a little bit intimidating. If you want to see a full review video so I can show you this program more in detail, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do that. But for now, we'll focus on the student section of the program. And for students, it's very simple to follow. Reading Horizons Discovery is an Orton-Gillingham-based program that teaches phonemic awareness, phonics, spelling, and reading fluency. Kids will learn the rules for spelling and pronouncing words correctly. And it's definitely a fun program that I think kids, especially younger kids, will enjoy. And for older kids with learning gaps, you'll definitely want to try out the Elevate level. This program will be especially helpful for students with dyslexia, students with special education needs, and students for whom English was not their first language. This is recommended for anyone age 10 or older who needs help with reading, even adults. In addition to the online program, you can also purchase printed materials, or you can get a bundle which will include both the online program and the printed materials. If you purchase just the online program, you'll pay $199 for up to 2 students. This will include online access for 1 year. It can be a little bit difficult to find the at-home version of this program online, so I have left the link for you in the video description if you need it. The next reading program on our list isn't really an app, but I had to include it because it's really like the holy grail find for struggling readers, especially for kids who struggle with reading comprehension. It's called Readarific, and it's a 12-week program that you can do from home in about 15 minutes a day. And I'm sure if you give this program a try, you'll be absolutely amazed by the results. My 10-year-old daughter did this program over the summer, and I was absolutely shocked when I found out that she had gained 3 years of reading comprehension in just 3 months. I did not think that was even possible. and you won't find an easier to follow program. Just sit down and press play, and the video will walk you through exactly what you need to do. It teaches a very important skill that can even help correct the negative effects of having too much screen time by training kids to use the seeing part of their brain. It's really so amazing, and if you have a child who is struggling with reading, or even if they're just not really enjoying reading, this is a must-have program. Unfortunately, a program that promises such amazing results does not come cheap. The full 12-week program will cost $594, although you will get a 14-day money-back guarantee on your purchase. But what's funny about that is that the creator of the program has told me that she has yet to have anyone request their money back. And that price does include as many students as you want, so definitely take advantage if you have more than one child. Even students who don't really struggle with reading can still definitely benefit from learning this skill. I also have a before and after video of the Readarific reading program on my channel that you should definitely take the time to watch if you're considering using this reading program for your child. Another great kids reading app that's really good for struggling readers is Zookeeper. This is a really fun program that teaches all the basics like spelling, grammar, and vocabulary, but it's also a creative writing program and it's really fun for kids. It's definitely not your standard learning app, and I really like that about it. The Zookeeper program is recommended for kids ages 6 to 12, so it'll be best for kids who already have the basics of reading down. But like most of these reading apps, you can adjust the level to suit your child. Kids will create their own zoo animals and level them up by completing tasks in the zoo. There are fun learning games and writing prompts, and it really feels more like a game than a learning program, which will definitely appeal to a lot of kids. When my daughter was doing this program last year, she kept asking me why I was having her do this for school. It's definitely sneaky how it incorporates reading and writing in a way that feels like play. I have reviewed Zookeeper on my channel in depth, so be sure to watch that video if you want to see more about the program. And if you want to get a 7-day free trial and a 50% off coupon, check the video description for details. Next is probably my favorite reading app for younger kids, Hooked on Phonics. I've recently started my 4-year-old twins on this program, and they're really liking it so far. It's a great program to teach the basics of phonics to kids who are just learning their letters and the letter sounds. But it's also a great program for kids who are a little bit older and still struggling with reading. Hooked on Phonics has 2 main levels to the program: pre-reader mode and learn to read mode. The pre-reader level introduces kids to the letters and their sounds. And once they've mastered that, they'll move on to the learn to read level, where they'll start with learning to blend sounds and move into reading words, sentences, and full stories. And you don't have to start at the beginning. You can pick where you want to start in the program based on your child's age and ability level. You can get your first month of Hooked on Phonics for $1, and they'll even send you a practice pack in the mail, which I think is really cool. I've left the link for you in the video description where you can go to sign up. And you'll even get Hooked on Spelling and Hooked on Math included at no additional charge. If you want to see my full review of the Hooked on Phonics program and all its features, I have a video on my channel that you should definitely check out. Next is a kids reading app that's very popular with struggling readers called Nessie Reading and Spelling. This program has been around since 1999 and can be used to help improve reading skills for kids ages 6 to 11, although it can definitely still be used by older kids who could benefit from this program. The Nessie reading program teaches phonics, reading fluency, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and spelling with video lessons, games, and printable worksheets. And I really like that they start with an assessment so they can provide your student with a personalized learning path. You can get a 7-day free trial of this reading program without having to give them your credit card info. And I really appreciate companies that do that. It makes me feel like they must really believe in their program when they don't have to rely on you forgetting to cancel. After your free trial, if you do want to keep this program, it will cost $13.50 a month, which is really reasonable. And if you have a child with dyslexia, you might really want to check out this program. While any child can use the Nessie reading and spelling program and benefit from it, it was especially designed for kids with dyslexia. So it's definitely a must-try for those students. The next kids reading app on our list is called Teach Your Monster to Read. This is an app that can be done on multiple different devices, but if you do it on your computer, it's free. So that might be some incentive not to get the app, although the app is only $8.99 on the Google Play Store, so that's not too bad. The Teach Your Monster reading app is designed to cover the first 2 years of learning to read skills, so it's definitely meant for younger kids. But of course, like most of these programs, if you have a child who you feel could benefit from practicing these phonics skills, then it's definitely worth a try. I think you might be surprised at the quality of this reading app. A lot of free kids learning apps out there really aren't that good, but this is one that I think is really great. It reminds me a lot of Hooked on Phonics in the way the letters and letter sounds are taught and practiced. And you'll even get parent analytics included so you can see how your child is progressing through the program. Another learning program that I talk about a lot on my channel is IXL, but I had to include it on my list of the best kids reading apps for struggling readers because it really is one of the best programs out there for identifying and helping to close gaps in learning. And you can get the program just for language arts for $9.95 a month, which is really a great price for everything that's included. IXL covers reading and language arts skills from pre-K all the way through high school. But you can also just go by topic and choose from phonics, phonological awareness, reading comprehension, spelling, and vocabulary. Once you pick a topic, you can go in order by grade level or just pick specific skills that you want your child to practice. My favorite part of the IXL learning program is the diagnostic arena. Just have your child step into the arena and start answering questions, and IXL will be able to determine where your child may need extra help, and will even suggest specific skills to practice based on how your child is answering the questions. If you just go to the IXL website, they don't mention a free trial. But I have a link for you in the video description where you can go and get a 7-day free trial of IXL. I also have a 20% off coupon for you. And if you want to see the IXL learning program in detail, I have a full review video on my channel that you can watch to learn more. Next, we have a reading program for kids in pre-K through 5th grade from Lexia Learning called Lexia Core 5. This is a program that is used in schools and is designed to accelerate the development of literacy skills for students of all abilities. And this program has been proven to close gaps in learning, especially for kids who are behind grade level in their reading skills. If you want to try this reading program at home, you won't find it on the Lexia Learning website, but I do have a link for you in the video description where you can go to purchase a license for home use. The cost for one student is $175 for a 12-month subscription, and you will have a 72-hour money-back guarantee. In addition to the Lexia Core 5 program, there is also a program for older students called Lexia Power Up. This one is for struggling readers who need a more grown-up looking platform rather than the little kid lessons used in the Core 5 program. And for kids who already know how to read but could use some more extensive practice in learning to read faster, recognize new words, and comprehend what they read, you can get Reading Plus from this website, although it's from Dreambox Learning, not Lexia. So you can get any of those programs for $175 for 12 months. This is another program that has a lot to it, and honestly, I just don't have time in this video to go through everything. So if you'd like to see a full review video of Lexia Core 5, Lexia Power Up, or even the Reading Plus program from Dreambox Learning, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make that happen. Finally, last on our list is a reading app for kids who struggle with spelling called Grafi. This is from the same company that created the math program Calcularis that I recently reviewed on my channel. And although I wasn't all that impressed with that program, I think you might want to check out Grafi, especially if you have a child with dyslexia. This program is a little bit different than the other kids reading apps on the list because it focuses specifically on the skills of writing and spelling. And it promises with just 3 20-minute sessions per week, your child will see up to a 30% increase in writing and spelling accuracy in about 3 months. For a program that's basically just for spelling, this is a little on the expensive side. While you can get a 3-day free trial, after that you'll be paying $99 for a 3-month subscription or $240 per year. This program is definitely simple for kids to follow, and since it focuses on just this one skill, you should be able to see if it's working in a relatively short amount of time. The use of colors, shapes, and sounds to help kids' brains be able to map the spoken versions of words onto their written forms is really interesting. It's all very scientific, but I think it might be a great option if you have a child who struggles in this area. So that's my list of the 10 best kids reading apps for struggling readers. Hopefully, I've given you some good options to check out. I know there are some other programs out there that I didn't have time to include on my list. So if there's anything that you think I missed, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make a part 2. And I'd also love to hear from you if there are any reading programs that you'd like to see me cover more in depth. I really enjoyed making this video for you. So if you found it helpful or enjoyed watching, let me know by giving it a like or leaving me a comment. Thank you so much for watching.